class. Fighting out of the blue corner, by way of Warriors Academy, Kansas City, with a win-loss record of 2-1, Benito the Legal Amigo Rodriguez. And his opponent out of the red corner, fighting by way of Death War, with a record of 3-0 and 2-0, Flores.
Obviously, a crowd favorite.
This fight will be El Padrino.
The crowd favorite, Devin Flores, hailing from the local gym of Death War. Flores, as mentioned, undefeated 2-0 boxing, 3-0 Muay Thai kickboxing, looking to move on to 4-0 as both fighters receive their final instructions here. Both fighters are going to touch gloves. Benito in the blue and Flores in the red.
It looks like they're both ready to go at it, both looking strong.
And here we go, opening up, both fighters finding the distance here. Flores, the first one to fire off, narrowly missing, but
nice low kick. Nice hook.
Tried to rush
Missed
forward.
it.
Flores caught him with a nice right hook. And these two fighting like dogs right now. It seems like each fighter is waiting for the other one to make the first mistake.
They have a nice little feeling out process.
Both fighters landing that exchange. There was a nice straight right that landed. Big pop on that body kick from Flores.
You can feel that one.
Rodriguez just shrugs it off, smiles through it. Rodriguez landing a decent combo there. Nice left there from Flores.
Yeah,
Flores is doing a good job on the counter so far, but so is Rodriguez.
Yeah, Benito might not feel that body kick, but those 2 or 3 of those getting into that second, third round, I think that's what you saw with some of the other.
I was going to say, earlier in the night, we saw the same thing happening.
Murphy.
Yeah, we saw the same thing happening earlier on tonight where one body shot may not seem like much, but once they start to add on and pile up over the rounds,
There's the Murphy-Copeland fight. Copeland just kept eating at that body until it just...
And I mean, relentless entourage here from Benito Rodriguez. I mean, just...
Yeah, Benito's doing a good job of staying active and not letting Flores get set. Nice hit. He's sticking Flores with either countering or having to move out of the way. Nice. You see at the end there, when Flores can set his feet and he can start swinging, there's some power. But Benito's doing a good job. Like, even if it's not a crisp, clean punch or a crisp, clean kick, he's making Flores move or respond, so he can't think about what he wants to do. Something doesn't seem too well with Flores. Seems like he's got something. Little trouble breathing. And I've seen Flores fight before. There's no way he's gassed on that round.
Yeah, no, he seems a little hunched over.
Something's bothering, might be a cramp. But then again, listen, you want to be an MMA fighter? That's what it's about. It's a lot of, you know, this is no matter, so it's like you do some strong conditioning, you do a great camp, striking, jiu-jitsu. But if that water cut, that weight cut, some things are off, this is where that mentality's got to kick in. Like, I got to deal with the pain, I got to go.
And here we saw Benito Rodriguez was the first one out of the corner, ready to the center of the cage. He's ready to go here.
It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on Flores. He looks, something like seems to be bothering a little uncomfortable. Benito's coming out with that. You see that open stance with that left leg wide open. He's trying to cut Flores off so he can't go to the left and force him to his right, and it's working.
Nice body kick there from Flores. Nice right hand there from Flores. Both fighters landing beautifully on the counter.
Benito's got this wide open stance. Legs real wide. It looks like he's trying to cut Flores off to the left, but it's leaves, so those hands drop when he throws that kick. If Flores throws a high kick, it could be very dangerous for Benito.
Just a slight,
especially with the power of that body kick, huh?
No, absolutely. I mean, there's a slight height advantage for Rodriguez, so his legs are a little bit longer, his arms are a little bit longer. Yeah. But the thing is, once Flores gets in that pocket, it's kind of hard to stop him.
Yes.
Because although his arms and legs are a little bit shorter, when he's in that pocket, it's harder to stop because those punches are coming so fast and so strongly from Flores in that pocket.
It's almost that similar body construction as Cherry Harambe.
Yes.
Right? Super, like, short and stout, but nasty hooks and uppercuts.
Right.
But he's got to get inside to be effective.
And I think that's kind of the story of the fight right now. Rodriguez probably realizes that, and he's been doing a good job maintaining the gap that he needs. And the thing is, once we've seen Flores start to get close and start to really rally, again, Rodriguez just does a really good job in creating space. I'm
telling you something right now. We're going to see something in the post-fight. Flores does not look like he normally looks. Something's bothering him. Something's off because his last fight, he was a beast. I think I saw a fight before that. He usually sits back a little bit, and then he becomes the aggressor.
Right.
And he's got flurries and flurries and flurries. If something's bothering him in that rib cage area or something's bothering him inside in that midsection area, it's going to be really hard for him to throw those hooks and punches that you said he's effective at.
I mean,
like, he just doesn't look comfortable or happy sitting on there.
Right. If you look at both fighters, taking a look at both of them from here, both of them are pretty peppered up in their torso. I mean, you see Flores is wearing some marks more over his left side, and Rodriguez has got quite a few welts over the middle of his torso as well, because we saw Flores popping those body kicks in there every now and then. I mean, when you start to wear away at the midsection, not only are you affecting the breathing, but you're affecting the core, where all the power comes from, where you're trying to generate a lot of these movements comes from that core.
Right on that rib cage, you have your transverse abdomini that handle a lot of the rotation from the waist and the hip and the shoulder. If that starts to get swollen and inflamed, it's going to restrict the expansion of the transverse abdominal so they can get a full rotational power in that punch. That's a great point, and it's very interesting. You can see that red mark on Benito there. Flores, if he can stay eating that, there it is again.
And this is where we see Flores come alive a lot, is the third round. Nice leg kick there. Went for another. Rodriguez wise to it.
See, you got to stop throwing those one-offs. Throws the kick and sits back, and Benito comes forward. I want to see that nice body kick and then straight right down the pipe.
Flores is doing a really good job now, a better job than he did in the first 2 rounds in maintaining this distance now, because I see now it seems like he's a little bit more comfortable.
He's in his range more,
Absolutely. I mean, Rodriguez was trying to come forward, and Flores is being a little bit more effective on the counter punch. And just as I was saying that, Rodriguez starts to come forward here.
Flores got to be careful. He's going down. He left his face wide open and we went for that lower shot.
Inside final minute.
I mean, Flores is a body shot and a hook away from really doing some damage.
Close there. Narrowly
Benito's
blocked
slowing
the
down.
head kick.
Benito's got to pick it up. He's got to stuff him. He's got to give Flores things to think about. I don't know if Benito's got the knockout power to put him down. Looks like he's probably ahead on the cards, and he needs to keep busy. There you go.
I'm interested to see how the judges are going to score this one if it gets there, because this has been such a back and forth bout. Nice job on the catch there, landing a right hand on the exchange. Giving him a teat for his troubles. Final 10 seconds here. Flores going for it.
You got to leave it all out now. Benito's going too. They are exchanging.
And that is the end.
And again, good sportsmanship. I'm going to tell you, it'd be interesting what they say, because I'd put some money. I don't bet, but I would bet on that. Something is not 100% with Flores. He looks uncomfortable. He doesn't look happy. Like I said, the last time I saw him fight, he was the aggressor. Had that fifth gear, something just looks like he's uncomfortable.
Right.
But give nothing away from Benito. You know, he knew he was coming against a seasoned guy. He didn't let him get comfortable. He didn't let Flores sit down on his punches. He didn't let Flores set. He kept the first 2 rounds. He just kept things in his face.
Flores' coach almost consoling him. He could tell
He did not
that
feel good
Flores
about that.
isn't
You know,
100%
as an athlete and a competitor, if you go out there and you lose, but you know you put everything you got and you're at your healthiest, these warriors accept that. You see that when they shake hands. But when you know you hit that cage and something wasn't right, you weren't fully prepared, that eats you alive as a competitor. You know you weren't able to perform at your maximum performance. And I think for many hardcore warriors, that hurts more than losing when you put it all on the line.
For sure.
Take nothing away from Benito. He had the good game plan. You see the markings up and down his legs just from 1 or 2 shots. But Benito stuck to the game plan. Everything in Flores' face. Kicks, punches, don't let him get set, move around a lot. He had that wide open stance, cutting Flores off so Flores couldn't circle to his left.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's send you up now to Wild Bill for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. One judge, 30 for red, 27 for blue. Second judge, 28 to the red, 29 to the blue. And the third judge, 29 for a draw.